What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Oh, hi, how are you?
I'm good. What do you got for me?
So you want us to talk about the issue with Black men dating outside of their race, right?
Well, I'm asking, why do you think they do? High value, especially
I
the high
think
value guys, because that's who you care about.
I think the high value men, there's such a small percentage of high value men out
Okay, let's just
there.
talk about the ones that earn over six figures, 10%.
I think some of them, they have a preference. Some of them like a certain woman. I think everybody likes different things. And when you're a high value man or woman, obviously, when you have money, you have the ability to be able to, go out there and get other things. Money
Other
can't
things,
buy love, but,
other things
money
like
can buy
what?
a lot of things.
Hold on. Other things like what? You said they tend to like other things.
Like quality. Better you can get better quality women. When you have more money, you're able to make yourself look better. You're able to look more presentable. So
Well,
therefore you're able to go out there and
so
meet other people.
let's make it simpler. So there's a black man. He makes $100,000 or more in Dallas, Houston, Atlanta, and yeah, he makes more, but he's still in the top 10% of earners. Why can't the qualities that you're talking about, do they exist in black women?
Um, there are I think there are quality Black women out there. It's just sad that, it may seem like, to a lot of people that there aren't high quality Black women out there. But I think a reason for that is because a lot of what we see on the media. I don't think high quality Black women
Okay,
parade
see,
themselves on social media and all
wait,
that,
wait, 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 wait,
or
wait,
they're
wait,
taken or
wait,
they're
wait,
married.
wait,
A
wait,
lot of
wait,
high
wait, wait,
quality.
wait, wait. No, can't, don't over talk. Okay, now you're starting to lose me
Why?
because I asked of the qualities you're saying that a guy would want. I asked you, do they exist in black women?
Yes.
Okay, then if they exist in black women, why aren't they being picked?
Some Black men are not attracted to Black women.
Okay, ma'am.
What? Oh man. You see how they just try to give it like an umbrella term? Oh yeah, they just don't like them. No, they just don't like the bullshit, the attitude, not how they look. It has nothing to do with how they look, which is crazy. But that statement in itself just isn't true. Period. And I think I can speak for all men when we say that.
See, now you're about to lose me again.
I'm not trying to lose you,
Yeah,
Kevin.
because I think you're starting to become disingenuous. Because what you're doing is trying to split a hair.
Well, what do you,
Listen,
it's like you're fishing for an answer.
listen. Okay. Can you hear me when I'm talking?
I can. Don't get frustrated with me. I'm here.
Don't tell me what to do
Okay, sir. Sorry.
because I shouldn't have to keep over talking you. I can hear you when you speak. I'm just asking a question. Okay, ma'am. Yes, maybe there are a percentage of men who prefer different things, but most people prefer their own race. So can we just stick to the majority of the conversation? Let's say the qualities you're talking about. I asked you, do they exist in black women? You said they do. I said, why aren't those women getting picked? And you went to the minority. Some people don't like their own race, but the majority of people do. Can we stick to the majority? That's all I'm asking.
I understand what you're asking. Um, I also think it's a difficult question, but I think it's a question that can be answered in several different ways. Why are these men not picking Black women? I think some of them are, some of them aren't. The ones who aren't picking the Black women are not attracted to Black women. They've dated Black women. They've had bad experiences with Black women. Some of them, some women are going to say, oh, they hate themselves. Maybe some of them do hate themselves.
All
I
right.
don't know, but I don't know many Black men who
So
hate themselves.
do most high value men pick women from their own race across the world?
Is that a fact?
I'm asking you.
Oh, I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know if that's a fact that high value black men usually
Okay.
want to date black women.
Do most people pick people from their own race?
Yes.
So then it stands to reason that most high value men pick. You don't see,
Correct. I
listen,
do.
you don't see high value white men marrying marrying non-white women in mass. So I'm saying that what you're doing is you're kind of splitting hairs. And here's what I honestly think. I think the qualities that you're saying that they look for in other women are not as readily available in most black women today. And the number one quality is cooperation.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with that. Black women, including myself, are very uncooperative at times unless we find a man that we feel is masculine and we feel safe with. Black women, we're very emotional.
That's bull crap.
You think
Because
so?
yeah, because basically, well, let's just say it's not bull crap. That's a fancy way of saying that we have to handle you. In order for you to act like women should act, you have to choose to put down the BS. But it's a
But
choice.
don't you think that's realistic?
No, I
But don't you
don't.
think what
No,
you
I
just
don't.
said
No,
is
I don't.
realistic when
I
it
don't
comes to
think it
black
is.
women? I
No,
think a
I
lot
don't
of
think it
black
is. You're over
women
talking me.
choose.
All right, this is gonna go real bad. How old are you?
38.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And
Kevin is like, yeah, it's over. But this person sounds very familiar. Sounds like a person from another video. Seriously.
That's nice. Can I speak?
yeah, that's the no man's land sound.
I know.
Because what you're saying ultimately doesn't work. Because you're unmarried and alone. That's why I said it makes no sense because it doesn't work. Go
I
ahead.
don't understand what you mean. What doesn't work?
It doesn't work. It
That's
means
when
you
you
don't
lost
get
me.
husbands.
You lost me. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Okay, it doesn't work. Meaning you don't get the outcome desired. Meaning being married. See, we judge very simply over here by outcomes. And the outcomes is if you keep on, I'm gonna keep fighting and I'm not gonna do whatever until you prove to me that you're the kind of man I can trust or whatever. And that makes you uncooperative when the rest of the market is cooperating right out the rip. That means I'm going to pick somebody that's cooperative. And then they're going to pick somebody else who's cooperative. That means you uncooperative women will remain unpartnered,
But that's
unmarried,
not what I
meaning
said,
it does
Kevin.
not work.
Well, that's not what I said, and that's not what I meant by what I was saying. All I was trying to say to you or try to explain was that I believe a lot of Black women, including myself, choose what type of or choose who we're going to be
Right.
submissive to. We're
Right.
not
And that's
submissive to
fine.
every man that
You
tries
okay?
to
And
date
okay.
us.
And have you ever chosen? And what man have you chosen to submit to in your 38 years?
Um, I would say about
Thank you.
3 or 4
No,
in
no.
my
What? So
lifetime.
what's? No, no. Okay. And what's the longest relationship you ever had?
8 years.
1 year.
I said 8 years.
8 years. How long ago was
Mhm.
this?
This ran from about 2012 up until this summer.
And why didn't this man choose to marry you
Um,
since you submitted to him?
honestly, he told me he didn't believe in marriage. That's all he told me.
Oh, okay. And when did he tell you this? And you're what?
He always told me this from the
Right.
beginning.
Did you want to get married?
Um, I didn't really want to get married because I have 2 children already who are teenagers, and I just
Surprise.
wanted to.
Surprise!
No, I didn't want to get married at that time. No, I didn't.
I'm not trying to be funny, man, but
No, I mean, it's
I
funny
mean,
to you. It's funny, but I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. I'm
but the
not
thing
here to
is,
lie.
but what I'm saying is, you
Would
have
I
two.
like to have married him? Yes, of course. I was with him for 8 years, but he
But
didn't want to marry me.
stop. All right,
That's not funny.
listen. What you did not yield the outcome you would have even wanted. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to deconstruct. You were with somebody for 8 years who didn't want to get married. And you know you wanted to get married, but he didn't want to get married. But why'd you stay there? Number one. Number two, you got one kid, two kids. Were you married to either one of the fathers?
Both my children have the same father, and we were not married.
Why did you why did he choose not to marry you?
Again, we were engaged, but
Again, I don't count
we were
engaged.
young.
I don't, no, I
Yeah,
don't.
we didn't get married because we were young. I was in my
You,
20s when
ma'am, that's
that
not young. That's an adult.
I didn't want to get married.
Okay,
That's
so
the answer.
listen, you're a perfect case. You're a headstrong, uncooperative black woman who does things the wrong way. You have babies without the benefit of marriage. You deal with men who don't want to marry you. It doesn't work. Do you have a daughter?
Yes, she
Would you
is.
recommend her to go down, to do what you did in life?
Hell no. No,
Why?
absolutely not.
Why?
Because it's sad.
Because it doesn't work, and that's all I'm trying to get you to understand
No.
is what you
Well,
do.
I know it doesn't work.
But
Yeah, I know it doesn't work. Obviously, I know that doesn't work because I'm 38 years old and
but
I've
the
lived
whole
through my own
notion, but the
experiences.
whole notion of I'm not going to do this until a man does that doesn't work. Femininity
No,
is not
I didn't say that I behave that way.
okay.
I say most black women
Femininity is
do.
not something you turn on and off.
All I was just
That's very true. So when women come around and say like, "Oh yeah, I'll be submissive for the right man," it's not really a thing. It's either you're submissive or you aren't. Because if you were to come around and say, "Well, I'm masculine for the right woman," how does Straggy? How does that make sense? You know, it's not really something you turn off and on. It's exactly right.
saying was
But
you
it's
don't
not something you turn on and off. You don't get to just keep talking, ma'am. Okay. I'm going to unmute you so you can say what you have to say, but you can't just keep doing that. Go ahead.
Can you hear me? I'm unmuted. But I wasn't saying that all black women are uncooperative. I just said a lot of us are, and it's
Why?
because we're choosy. We're just very
What do you mean
choosy. It may not
choosy?
be.
Choosy?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. So let me get this right.
There aren't
No,
a
no,
lot.
no, 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 no. See, this is my time. You're uncooperative. Women like yourself are uncooperative because you're choosy. Please explain what that means.
From my own experience, and I cannot speak for every black woman out there. I am a black woman who was born and raised in New York City. So, being in my environment, there wasn't a lot of quality young men or,
I
men
asked
that I
about being
come close
choosy, man.
behind.
I asked you about you'll be uncooperative because you're choosy. You give me environment. Why? What does that
I mean,
mean?
I'm choosy. I don't know. I can say at 38, I can still count on both my hands how many men I've had sex with in my entire life.
But you haven't explained
And
choosy, ma'am. Uncooperative and being
explain it in
choosy.
what way? What do you mean?
Because what you're saying doesn't make sense. Choosy means picky.
Selective.
Okay, so
Picky,
you
yeah.
select who you're cooperative with.
Absolutely.
All right, and look at what it's done for you.
What do you mean? Because I'm not married? It's made me an unmarried woman at 38. Is that, I don't think that's the end all be all. I don't think.
Okay,
I know.
okay.
I
Well,
know
see,
you
now
think
you're
I'm in
still
the
talking.
danger
You're still
zone.
talking.
Oh,
See,
I didn't hear you talking.
well,
Sorry, I didn't hear you
because
talking.
you can keep. Look at what it's done for you. You are strong, opinionated, and unwed. Look, ma'am. Maybe here's the funny thing. So many black women like yourself, this think of marriage as well. I don't need it. It's no big deal. Yeah, it really does matter. Your
I
ability,
agree.
your ability to. Okay, let me ask you a better question before I ask this. The guy you were with for 8 years.
Yes.
By the way, did you go to college?
Yes.
Did you graduate?
Yes.
A master's, PhD, anything?
Bachelor's.
Bachelor's. Does the guy you were with for 8 years go to college?
Yes.
Where did he go to school for?
He went to school for engineering.
All right. Is he an engineer?
No.
Right. Who earned more, you or him?
Now, at this point, me.
Right. So, again, you're a mother of two who's with a man you out earned. What is that? Why is that relevant? Because you had to pick a lesser male. Because, ma'am, part of the reason is your uncooperative nature. Part of the reason you have two kids from another guy who was probably on the same level as the last guy. You don't
That's
get to.
not true.
Okay, fine. But you don't get, but here's what is true. You don't, higher value men do not select women like yourself to marry. They may hook
That's
up with you.
okay. That's
It's
okay.
it's okay. It's okay that okay. And see what I want you young women to hear is these are your mamas and your nannies and your aunties. See, you're saying it's okay when young black women are saying, I don't want any parts of your life, ma'am. I don't want to be strong like you and have to work until I die. I would I don't want no. You got younger women all day, and even women they don't. See, it's not okay. So you're all right with working until retirement age, but you and being uncooperative and picky. Good, ladies, this is your
That's
choice.
what you're
Do it
saying
this
is not
way.
what's
Do
true,
it this.
Kevin.
Well, yeah, man, because
Not accurate.
it's very accurate. I said higher value men do not choose to make women like you their wives. And you said it's okay as if you wouldn't want to have one of these, you wouldn't want to have the lifestyle that these kind of men can provide.
I think everyone would want to have that
But in order
lifestyle.
to get it, you're going to have to shut your mouth and get on somebody's a program and under their authority. But that's not in you. So you get lesser men. That's all I'm saying. So if you're okay with having to work during the pandemic, during everything else, good. But then don't complain that you got to work. See, that's what other groups of women get. When you cooperate with a man, you don't have to pull out the cape and be the superwoman and go do everything. But so many black women like yourself, that's your pride. I'm good. I'm fine. I don't
No,
need
you're
it.
right. Can I say something? Because you're just going on here. It just sounds like what you're saying is very negative. But I
No, it's
do
very
agree with what
true.
you.
So, no, ma'am. No. I don't like when you is what I just said accurate, factual, precise.
Not 100%, but
I didn't
yes,
say
what you're saying is
100%.
correct.
Ma'am, this is our culture. And you said it's what I just ran down was culture. The women in my family, the women in New York, California, Oklahoma, black women across the country fit into this culture. It's not negative, it's true. But you guys don't like the truth. You call the truth negative and bashing. And that's another problem we have in our culture. You have to stop calling the truth negative. Hell, somebody the other day called obesity white supremacy.
What? No. Um, can I just say something?
Go ahead.
I agree with a lot of what you're saying, Kevin.
I don't know you
But I
do.
just
You just going to fight.
you don't let me talk. I let you talk. You don't
Go
let me
ahead.
talk.
Go ahead.
I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but I just also want to say that these high value men that you're talking about, we all know that they exist, but they're not a needle in the haystack, but heck, you might as well say they are a needle in the haystack. And a lot of women, black women especially, are taught to be,
Who taught you?
strong
Who
and to
taught you that
work.
though? Who taught
Of
you
course,
that?
we all know our mothers taught us
Well, then
that.
that's
And
wrong.
I understand it, but let me just finish. And yes, it's wrong. Our mothers taught us to be strong and to be that way because there wasn't, or maybe there wasn't a man around. Like, for example, I didn't grow up with my father in my life. My grandfather died when
Okay,
my
where
mother
is
was
your
a little
father
girl.
alive?
No, my father died in 2009.
Okay, let me ask you a question before you go on.
Sure.
Did you ever talk to your father and get his story from his lips?
Never, no. I was too young.
2009, you were 27.
No, I'm 38.
And 2009 was 11 years ago.
Oh, sorry. So then he didn't die in 2000. He died in 2000, and he died when I was like, oh, God. No, you're right. Yeah, I
I
was
know I'm
26.
right. And my
Right,
point
right.
is this.
Yeah,
You are
right.
see, and what you're about to tell me is you guys are raised to be strong. And your mother and black women have raised their children to be softer men and harder women. And the problem is you never got your father's story from his own mouth. And you're old enough to know that your mother is probably going to give you the story to make her look good.
Who, me?
Well,
No,
I will
not
put
really.
it
I
to you
don't even
this
get
way.
along with
One
my
of the
mother.
things
I
I
don't even
tell
get
people to
along with
do,
my
what I
mother.
tell people to do often is you need to go get your father's story from his mouth because I am sorry, ma'am. I let me just take women never well, women rarely take accountability. Women often make, your dad was horrible or that. If you didn't get his story, you don't know what happened truly. You got your mother's interpretation. There's your mother's interpretation, there's the father's interpretation, and somewhere in the middle is the truth. But at the end of the day, you are an unmarried, uncovered, hardworking, single by choice black woman out here living on one income. Hard. This is a hard life. And you're saying black men who are high value are a needle in a haystack. In New York City, you can throw a rock on any block and see them. And they're with non-black women. They exist. You were told they didn't exist. They do. And if they exist, why don't they pick you and women like you? And this is one of the reasons. Cooperation. You were not taught to cooperate with a man.
A lot of black women are very cooperative because our mothers, even though a lot of
Cooperative
us,
with
let
whom?
me just say this, Kevin, please. A lot of black women are cooperative, I believe. And I will say that even though a lot of our fathers weren't in the household, a lot of us are cooperative
Cooperative with whom?
because we were raised by very domineering, strict black women who
You
raised
can't just
us
keep,
to
you can't
work
say you're,
hard
no,
because
no,
they
no. You
told
cannot say
us
you were cooperative and
you
not
can't
say
depend on a
cooperative with whom.
man. That's what they told us.
No, 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 no. You cannot just say
No,
you're
that is
cooperative.
true. Black mothers.
No, I'm going to mute you because you can't just say you're cooperative and not say with whom are you cooperating. You can unmute yourself.
He's right, because it ain't with men. As you can clearly see here, she can't even follow simple instructions, right? So where can we find this piece of information? And with whom? She can't even answer a direct question.
You guys just throw stuff out there like we supposed to accept it. Cooperative with whom?
With the men I've been in relationships with.
Ma'am. Okay. Have you ever been in a relationship with a man who's a provider male who can actually,
Yes.
that can pay the cost to be? Okay. Yes.
Yes. With my children's father. I'll give you that example. Yes.
And why didn't he want to marry you?
He did. I told you I didn't want to get married.
But you had his kids. 2 of them.
Then why'd you have 1 and 2 babies?
Exactly.
Because I wanted 2 children. I wanted a boy and a girl, and I got what I wanted.
Oh,
And I was good
Jesus.
enough.
You can't make this shit up.
You can't. I'm being
You can't
honest
make
with
it
you.
up. You can't make it up. So this is
What's wrong
why
with that?
this is why I say you can't make this up. Cooperate.
I didn't want to be married.
He wanted to get married. She did not want to this is woman says she's cooperative. All she talks about is what she wants. Why didn't he marry you? He wanted to marry me, but I didn't want to. That don't sound too cooperative. Anybody in the chat room, please tell me. And to her, this makes sense.
Well, people in the comment section, please leave it. Does this make sense? Leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Crazy. Turn on post notifications. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.